If you love languages, traveling, geopolitics, or all of the above, I have the video for you. Hey guys, languages lover here and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to give you an update of my book collection. Since we are still celebrating the channel's 5th anniversary and my very first video was about my language book collection, I thought I had to make another one this year to see how far my collection had come. But before we start, there are two things I need to mention. Number one is that this video is not just limited to language books. Although language learning makes up most of my collection, I also have books about traveling and geopolitics. The latter are also featured in the video to attract as many people as possible, and some IR books that I have also happen to be in different languages because basically, when I graduated from my BA in International Studies and Modern Languages and started my MA in International Relations, I wanted to keep myself up to date while also satisfying my love for language learning. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is really basic. Basically, if you enjoyed the video, remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever. That would really help the channel a lot. And yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Enjoy! Alright, so over here we have Teach Yourself with Esperanto, which is the only one that I have. After that you have my Michel Thomas collection. We have Arabic, Chinese, Dutch, German, Hindi, Greek, going down, Greek, Portuguese. So have Italian, Japanese, Polish, Spanish, Russian. And over here I have Perfect Russian. I decided to put it like that because it would just take too much space. And over here I actually have course books like the Canadian Writer's Workplace, Starten wir, Alltag, Beruf und Co. Prima, Débutant en Arabe, Los Actuales. This is Grammatica Chiva, Progetto Italiano, Xiongmao, Per Buen Camino, and all these other ones. Also have a Latin course. Over here we have the Lingo Mastery Collection, which I recently made a review of. We have Chinese, Japanese, Swedish, Spanish, Portuguese, German, Russian, Italian, Dutch, and the Swedish phrasebook. Over here we have the comparative grammars for Spanish, Portuguese, French, and Italian, and also German, Dutch, and Afrikaans. We have the Barons series, Mastering Spanish, Italian, and German vocabulary. Voyage en 5 langues, which is a multilingual phrasebook. Deutsch für Ingenieure, which is another one. And over here we transition to my Lonely Planet collection. So we have Central Europe, Eastern Europe, Europe, Mediterranean Europe, Western Europe, Middle East, Indo-Aryan Bengali. And the rest is over here with the monolingual phrase books. We also have some down here, but over here we have the first part of my For Dummies collection. We have Greek, Japanese, Chinese, Arabic, and Dutch. Down here we have some more phrase books from UDIS. Basically English, Portuguese, Latin American, Spanish, and Italian. Two more. We have this one is German and Arabic. And over here is my traveling collection actually. We have Le Monde, which is a wonderful book from Lonely Planet. This is the only Lonely Planet book in French that I have. Over here we have 1,000 Places to See Before You Die in the US and Canada. And we have the exact same one, but to a larger extent to the world. 1,000 Places to See Before You Die, and this is the world edition. Over here we have the Méthode 90. We have Spanish, Russian, German, Italian. Over here we have the start of the Say It In collection. I don't have all of them, but this is also an old collection, so you know. Some of these are probably no longer available, so that's why we have German, Chinese, Dutch. Here we have the rest. We also have my Araps collection, which is some more phrase books. Here we have some more. We have German, Russian, Arabic, Chinese, Japanese, Spanish, Portuguese, and Italian. Some more over here. Over here we have some more for dummies. We have Swedish, English, Spanish, German, Italian, Russian, Portuguese. Some more of these. And over here is where we actually start with my international relations collection. And we also have Russian, Spanish, and Portuguese. This is what I like to call my literature collection. There's also a Polish for dummies. And these are some economics books that I had to study for my economics class. Over here we have, well, literature basically. We have Les théories des relations internationales, which is International Relations Theories, which is an extraordinary book by Dario Battistella. And over here it just keeps going. We have some law books right here, for example, Public International Law and International Humanitarian Law, which is extremely important. And down here we have books about international institutions like the European Union, the United Nations, and NATO. We have a big book about international law that I bought, Modern History of Latin America. And over here we have 4 books about the, in my opinion, the most complex geopolitical issue in the world right now, the Israeli-Palestinian issue, which I also used to write my master's essay, which is extremely important. Over here we have some more essentials of international relations, game theory, going up. We have a book about human rights, Fluent Forever, which is a book about language learning. Here we have the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, which I bought on my trip to Philadelphia, actually, last year. We have some more. And that's the English part. Over here we move to Spanish. This is the first book that I got, actually, Abrazar el Mundo, which is a book that I bought in order to keep myself up to date with geopolitics. And which is in another language, basically. Don Quixote de la Mancha, which was gifted to me by my Spanish teacher after high school, basically. Here we have some more. These are just some random books, like Le Chinois Malin, Le Polonais tout de suite, El Subjuntivo, Russian Verbs, Chinese Characters, and over here we move to German. Das Wesen von Seemacht is another one that I bought. Over here I have so many books in German, actually. So many of them. Taking a break from literature is actually a small section because most books actually did not fit here. As you can see, it's actually pretty small. And if I take, for example, this book, see, it doesn't fit, so that's why. So this is what I like to call my random section, basically. So we start with dictionaries. We have English, this is Catalan, German, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese. We have Latin here, another English one. Arabic, Portuguese. I have 3 Spanish dictionaries. I should probably give some away, actually. And over here we start my ASML collection. We have Greek, Latin, Japanese, and Russian dictionaries. Here we have a small phrasebook collection, Bulgarian, Al-Fusha, which is classical Arabic, Norwegian, Mexican Spanish, Hindi, Croatian, and Irish. You have some more over here, Catalan, Thai, Turkish, English, Japanese, Italian, Greek, German, Chinese, Dutch, Portuguese, Brazilian, which is Brazilian Portuguese, Russian, Spanish, Korean, Romanian, and Hebrew. Down here is where we go back to my literature. So before that we have 2 dictionaries. One for German and French, and the other is for just English, actually. And over here we have 2 books from Huber Lesehefte, which I bought a while back, during my bachelor's degree, actually. We have Die ganze Wahrheit, Kerzen Sarah hat Besuch. And Sicher ist nur eins, Kerzen Sarah blickt nicht durch. That's for that. And we have some more books in German, actually. And now we move away from German and start Portuguese. We have Sombras de Guerra, which is a book about World War II that I also bought to keep myself up to date with international relations. Canaan, Ecuador, Oshanguj Baker Street, And as for that, over here we have basically the rest of the books that I bought to keep myself up to date with geopolitics. We have one in Polish, which is about economics. This one is in Russian. This one is in Chinese. We have one for Italian, Pace Guerra. This one is Swedish, I think, yeah. Executive Makt. Really cool. And the last one is for Dutch, which is about the European Union. And over here we have some more dictionary slash verb conjugator. We have Chinese, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, German, Arabic, Spanish. Some more for that. This here is a Swedish vocabulary book. And over here I have Essentials of Russian Grammar. We are almost done, believe it or not. So over here we have some more Asimil. These are exercise books, Arabic, Chinese, and Russian. I have Arabic grammar, and you guys can probably not see this well, but basically it's Japanese grammar. And over here we have, well, the classics basically. The with E series. Arabic, Spanish, Romanian, Croatian, Bulgarian, Czech, Chinese, Norwegian, Brazilian, Portuguese, Russian, Turkish, Ukrainian, Vietnamese, Thai, German, Italian, Danish, Greek, Catalan, Persian, Dutch, European Portuguese, Finnish, Swedish, Polish, yeah, Hungarian, Ancient Greek, Korean, Latin, Hebrew, Hindi. This is a book for kanji, I believe. Yeah, this is a book about kanji, all right? And we have Japanese, and this is all my using collection. Using Russian, using German, Spanish, using Arabic, Italian, English, and business English. And over here, these are just 3 random books. One for Chinese, one for Portuguese, and the other for Spanish. So that, my friends, is everything in my language collection, language, geopolitics, and traveling collection. And I hope I made you guys actually want to buy some of these, so if so, then you're welcome. But anyway, that is all for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe, that'd be super awesome, amazing, and I will see you guys later. Bye!